Hello and welcome. My name is Donna and I am here on behalf of New Life Church, Milton, Keynes. And I am today in conversation with Crispina. Now, we are going to, over the next few weeks, going to be talking to what I consider to be everyday heroes. And Crispina is definitely one of those. Now, Crispina is she's a mother. She's a single mother of 2 children. She's a working mother, and she is a strong woman of faith. So welcome, Crispina.
Thank you, Donna. I'm listening to you and thinking, who's she describing?
Well, I can say I do know Crispina. I do know Crispina well. And the reason I asked Crispina to be my first interviewee is because everything I just said is true. So, Crispina, we want to know about you, and we want to know how you're dealing in life, how you're dealing with life in the lockdown situation. We know it's difficult for everybody, but it's specifically difficult for a mother of 2 children on her own that's still working. So tell us a little bit about life before lockdown, Crispina.
Well, before the lockdown, it was quite busy. I had 2 jobs. One working at the Open University in the admin and research department. And the second one was working in Shenley Brook End High School as a coach, behavior coach. And then with the 2 girls, one of them goes to school in Buckingham, the other one goes to school in Northampton. So you can imagine school runs. And I'm one for my girls experiencing as much as they can, as much as I can give them. So they had after school activities, drumming, piano, gymnastics, dancing. I'm also an athletics coach, so I was coaching. I'm also an athlete, so I'm training myself for competition. So it was, I can say it's very, very busy. And it just, you just think, I only have Saturday to get some sleep because Sunday I'm in church, which I love. So I'm in church, and most times I'm in there till about 1:30 and then go home and life begins again. So very, very busy.
Okay, so it sounds like life before lockdown was hectic for you. Just one quick question. How old are your girls, Crispina?
So my youngest is 10. And the eldest is 13 going on 600 at the moment. They're teenagers. Wow. I don't believe I was like that when I was a teenager, but my teenage girl is proving that thing about teenagers, yeah.
Well, everything I see of her, she seems amazing. So that was what life was like before for you. Crispina, tell us what life is like now for you, now that we are in lockdown.
Well, things have quietened down considerably. Well, for one, there's no after-school activities. There's no school run. I've also lost one of the jobs that I used to do. The behavior coaching job in Shenley Brook End was on a contract basis, so I've lost that. I'm still working 3 days a week for Open University, and that took a lot of getting used to. I used to wish that I would work from home. And now that I have that opportunity, I realize that it's not for me. It took me at least a good maybe 2 weeks to really understand what working from home is and how you can adjust. I've also decided to volunteer with Age UK. I used to do seated exercises at the Age Concern luncheon clubs. So I contacted them and say, what can I do? And said to them, what could I do? And they have me getting meds for the elderly, doing their shopping for them. I'm also volunteering with Campbell Park Parish. I'm a counsellor on that parish. So I also take hot meals to the vulnerable and the people who need it. So I've managed to fill in the time. However, financially, it's not so great. It hasn't been for a long time. And I was hoping that coming into 2020 with these 2 new roles, I'd be able to finally put myself in a position where I don't have to worry about money. But I'm here and I've been blessed. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. And I know that people have offered to help if I do need help. And so there's at least that that hope around me that I'm not doing this alone. People have actually said to me, if you need us, let us know and we'll help out. So it's good to know that. As well as the work, I'm homeschooling, which is not so bad, actually. I'm so glad my children are 10 and 13, because I know some of my friends have 4 and 6-year-olds, and the time involved with teaching them, I don't have to worry about that. All I have to do is just oversee the work that they've done. And more like the eldest, I really haven't a clue what she's doing, because it's beyond me. The maths is beyond me. The science is beyond me. I just check grammar and make sure she does the work. But the youngest just gets on with it. I mean, even food, breakfast, lunch. I was watching my youngest the other day make her own egg, and she makes a fantastic egg. If you ever want egg, you come to my youngest. She makes all types. And I was thinking to myself, how blessed am I that during this time, I'm actually with older children so I can get down and do my work.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so it sounds to me like even though you're in isolation, your life is still really busy and really frantic, but not without worry with finances and looking after your children. And I know you also have issues with your own health. I just want to ask you, Crispina, during this time of isolation, where has God been for you?
I find that he's been closer. I have more time, for one, to actually search. When before the lockdown, I barely had 20 minutes, if at all, to read my Bible, praise him, pray, and before I dash out and do whatever I had to do. But now I find that if I decide to put on a song, because I really, really love praise and worship, so I could sing and praise with my beautiful voice for hours. I love music, absolutely love music. So, and I have that opportunity now. And through music, I've been able to discover different passages in the Bible that, initially wouldn't have jumped out at me, but I have the opportunity to ponder on the Bible and just grow. So I've joined a few prayer groups online. A few of our friends have set up prayer groups and so on. And yesterday, we were supposed to talk yesterday, and I said to you, I'd call you after my prayer group meeting. And 4 hours later, I'm like, you're asking me, have you forgotten about me? I'm like, no, I just finished. It was such a wonderful time of prayer, lifting up the world and just putting our hope and our trust in the one who's asked us to. And that's what it is. I must say I was exhausted after it, and I felt really drained. But I've also felt that that little hope that we seem to have prayed something insignificant in terms of the enormity of what's going on, but we know that we have a high priest who hears us. So for me, that's the little hope. So even though I was tired, physically tired, spiritually, my heart was singing, because I knew that, from this, there'll be a catalyst of things that God will do on our behalf. So it was I think I'm growing more. Yeah. And I'm enjoying this time, just soaking, because I know that when we try and resume and get back to what we're, back to normality, so to speak, things will get hectic again. And this time that I've had will not be the same. So I'm trying to utilize this time.
So what I'm hearing from you, Crispina, is that you're using this as a time for reflection and trusting in God. And I think that is the overriding message that most people, a lot of people that I've been speaking to are using this time for, just to get closer to God and to trust in him more and more, because at this time that's all we have. Well, I just want to thank you, Crispina, for spending time with me today. As I knew it would be, it's been really inspiring, and it's been great to chat to you. Thank you so much. So thank you for listening today, and thank you for taking time out to hear me and Crispina in conversation. And tune back in, and there will be another one of these next week. Thank you. Goodbye.